Okie doke. Let me do the old screen share shuffle. Hang on. Can you see? You can all see. Okay. Hi, everyone. My name's Nicole Renee. I'm talking about demystifying your intuition today. I'll do just a very quick intro, and then I'm gonna break down intuition a bit with just 4 key components, kind of myths versus facts about intuition. And then we'll do a practice. So we'll do what we can in 20 minutes. This is sort of a intuition 101. So just a bit about me. I provide coaching that spans really mind, body, soul, spirit. I combine modern somatic psychotherapy techniques with ancient spiritual and energetic practices that I've gathered from teachers around the world. And most people that I work with have either one, reached a plateau with standard therapy or other healing or personal growth modalities, and are looking for something deeper to truly understand themselves, and move into the most authentic versions of themselves. Or 2, they're looking to enhance or even start their spiritual practice. They want an intuitive reading, or they want help tapping into their own inner wisdom and knowing, hence today's topic. So I'm going to start by reading a poem by Young Pueblo. And this is really kind of how I think about intuition. I loved this. Wisdom is not loud, nor does it whisper. It is a resonance that realigns you with a better direction. It is a knowing that arises with undeniable clarity. It is an expansion that makes the mind lighter. Wisdom is gradual, often showing you the same truth, but from different angles, until it finally clicks so deeply that it becomes part of your being. As the wisdom within you matures, it becomes easier to let go, to stop fighting yourself, and to move with nature instead of against it. And the reason I love this poem is just notice the first 4 words that I've highlighted: resonance, arises, expansion, gradual. These are all words that they're really subtle, right? There's like a felt sense to them. It's slow, it's soft, gradual, expansion, arise, right? These aren't these lightning bolt words, which a lot of people think intuition is just this light bulb moment or this word or this. It doesn't always happen that way. In fact, it often doesn't, especially in the beginning as we're learning how to tune into our intuition. And then these last couple of phrases that I've highlighted: part of your being, right? It's coming back to the remembrance that our intuitive abilities are inherent. They're part of who we are. Finally, to move with nature. Intuition is part of our nature. We'll go into all of this a bit more with these 4 kind of touchstones, I guess, of intuition. And again, there's a lot more, but we're going to start with sort of the basics. So first, understanding that intuition is not magic. Science really aligns with what intuitives and seers have known for a long time, which is we are all energy. We are energy. That nature is, and everything has energy inherent in it, or it is energy. And even Einstein, who's a pretty smart dude, said that everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. That this is not philosophy, this is physics. So intuition is really about resensitizing to energy, tuning into the subtle. It's not like magic that you have to search for outside of you. It's not that lightning bolt understanding. Again, sometimes it is, but I would say 90% of the time, it's much more subtle. It's within you. And it's your ability to read, sense, and interpret the energy in your body, in your environment, and even beyond that, which we'll get to. And second, as I mentioned, you were born intuitive. So sometimes people think that intuition is only designated to a certain group of people, right? People come to me for intuitive readings, thinking that they don't have access to it within themselves. That's absolutely not true. We are all born sensitive and tuned into subtle energies. It's inherent as a human being. And it's, well known in the world of modern psychology, psychotherapy, that babies feel the energy and stress of their mothers, of their parents, of their environment, right? They can measure the heart rate variability of babies and children, stress hormones, etc., and really see that the environment is impacting the babies. Now, don't babies don't have a way to understand what's happening. They don't have the cognition yet to understand what their parents are going through, but they feel it, right? This is that felt sense, that subtle energy. But the world, as we probably all know, as we move through the world, as we grow up and we go to school, our sensitivities are shut down, right? They're not valued. They're not really groomed in our system. Our schooling even is very mental. It's not diving into your inner world and what you're feeling and the energies around you. It's just not valued, right? What's valued is mental capacity, learning, cognition. So we're spending so much time with our beautiful thinking minds. This is not slamming the mind or making the mind wrong or thinking wrong. But we have in our whole system really moved towards a mind forward system rather than a body forward system. So again, we're all intuitive, and you have to remember that you're worthy of your intuition. You're worthy to be able to tune into your inner wisdom. And your capacity to know this as truth, to know that you're inherently intuitive, is directly related to your ability to hear your intuition, to use your intuition, right? So the more that you believe that you're intuitive and that you're sensitive and that you can feel subtle energies, the more you will be able to access your intuition. So you can choose to remember in this moment that you are intuitive, and this is greatly going to increase your abilities. Third, it's in the body, not the mind. So like the poem that I read alluded to, your intuition or your inner wisdom is subtle. So it's not something that you can find in your mind or figure out or analyze. You really need to start spending time tuning into your body. And this is the beautiful wisdom of this group in pairing Rachel, Helen, and I, because all the work that both Rachel and Helen just took you through is really what I'm talking about here, right? It's starting to spend time tuning into your body. Many of us can go a full day without stopping to tune in. Like, what am I feeling today, right? We're just going, the to-do list, taking care of people, pets, kids, people we work with, etc. And we don't stop to say, what am I feeling? What's happening in here? And it starts with, body sensations, like Rachel was talking about. Notice what's happening. Where is their tension? Where is their spaciousness? What emotions are coming up? And sometimes this is hard for a lot of people that maybe have trauma and they don't feel safe in their own body. So that's kind of one of the beginning steps is, do you feel safe enough to even drop into your own body? If there's an overwhelming amount of emotions and we don't know how to work through our emotions, it's going to be difficult to tune in and therefore to access your intuition. The other thing to consider is, have you denied your own emotions and feelings, right? And again, in this culture and this society, which is very traumatized, a lot of people just brush off their sensations, which your emotions are sensations in your body. And if you've learned to just shut them down or push them down and not actually experience and feel, again, you're going to have a hard time accessing your intuition. So this is sort of an idea into the work that you can be doing to enhance your intuition. It's also the question of, do you trust your emotions and feelings? So, okay, you start to feel your emotions, but do you give name to them? Do you give voice to them? Do you allow them to be there? Do you allow yourself to feel them? Do you trust what's there? Right? How many of us have been in relationships where we're like, I don't think this is the right person, but we stay. Like, that's you having this inner knowing and then denying it. The more that you do that, the more your intuition shuts down, or the more inability you have to access your emotions. Something else to consider is like, what are the inner stories? Like, what is your self-talk like? Is it negative self-talk? Is it I can't, I shouldn't? Again, what are you shutting down within yourself? How are you, like, what is your self-worth and belief in yourself? Where is it on the spectrum of not trusting, not believing in yourself, to feeling confident in yourself and your abilities? So point here is, you really need to deeply feel, name, and trust your body's sensations in order to access your intuition, which kind of leads to the final point here is, it sounds really rough, but I like how it rhymes. Use it or lose it. You really have to acknowledge what's in there, what you feel, right? So a message comes up, this relationship isn't good for me. You accept it and you take action on it, right? The more that you do that, the more trust you build with yourself, the more access to your intuition that you're going to have. So you need to listen, implement, and trust. It's like a muscle that you have to build up. Some people ask me, how do you tell the difference between anxiety and intuition, right? That's like probably the biggest question I get when teaching intuition, right? You have this thought that maybe you shouldn't go somewhere, and there's some anxiety, and you're like, well, but maybe it's my intuition telling me I shouldn't go to this party or whatever it is. The difference between emotions like anxiety and your intuition is that intuition is quiet and it's emotionally neutral and it's subtle. Again, it's not, if you're having this big reaction to the idea of going to the party, it's likely an emotional reaction. It's not necessarily your intuition. Intuition would be just the subtle knowing, oh, I'm not going to go to that party. So again, it's about the energy, not the emotion. So with that, we're going to do an exercise together. So I'd ask that you call to mind a decision that you're working with or you're struggling to make. So it could be It could be a yes, no question. It could be, or maybe you're considering two different options, or maybe it's multiple options, but for this example, you're considering maybe two different examples. Like, should I move to Portland or should I move to Boulder? This is just one that I had at some point in my life. So bring that to mind. I'm just going to give you a minute to think of what that could be. You could write it down. And we're going to use and tap into your inner knowing. Okay. So, whoopsies. Let me just stop my screen share. Okay. So go ahead and close your eyes and soften your gaze, whatever you feel more comfortable with. And just table that question for now. And first, just start taking some deep breaths, as we've been doing for the hour. So your body must be pretty relaxed at this point. And I want you to really, you can listen to my voice with your mind, but everything else, I just want you to tune into your body. Forget what I just said. I want you to listen with your body. Listen with your whole body when I ask some of these prompting questions. So imagine you're just setting your mind aside, setting your thoughts aside for now. Drop into your body, taking a few deep breaths. Feel your inhales just expanding inside of your body from head to toe, front to back, side to side. And this awareness inside of you is just growing. And first, just notice what happens in your body as you inhale. Just your inhales. Is there an invigorating sense, right? You're bringing oxygen into your body. Maybe there's some spaciousness or expansion. And now tune into your exhales. What sensation arises? Releasing, relaxing, perhaps. And now call to your body something that disappointed you recently. Again, you might have to go to your mind to recall a memory of something that disappointed you, but very quickly transition back to your body and just feel what disappointment feels like in your body. And now calling to mind something you're grateful for. Come into your body. Feel what sensations are happening in your body as you bring gratitude for whatever this is into your awareness. You probably notice a great difference between what disappointment feels like and what gratitude feels like. Now, just moving, kind of trying a little something outside of your body. Feel into the room that you're in. Imagine anything you can about, translate the energy of the room. Like, feel the room, the stories in the room, the emotions in the room. What lives energetically around you. And don't doubt anything that comes to mind. Just feel it, acknowledge it as truth. And some things might surprise you. What do the energies in the room want to share with you? Now, gently coming back into your body and bringing this question to mind, this decision that you're working with, this question that you're holding, and ask it. And feel the answer with your body. Resist going into the mind to analyze. What energetically do you feel? And can you translate that into an answer to your question? And when you feel complete, can come on back to the room. And don't stress if you didn't get an answer. This is something you can do on your own. But I'm curious if anyone with 1 minute left has anything they want to share. Did anyone get an answer? Okay. It did feel a little rushed, so I apologize for that. But no, I did, but I can't type fast enough. Jen, you're welcome to get.
We can wait for you to type.
Yeah, you're welcome to unmute, Jen, if you'd like.
Hi, friends.
Hi.
Hi. What I was gonna say is, I felt my resounding yeses as just this expansion in my heart, like across my chest. It was just like that intuition or the intuitive feeling that yes, I need to do this, just kind of like a warmth expansion across my heart. And then my resounding no's or potential no's even were like this drop in my gut. And just so thank you for that. And I love you and you're so beautiful and I'm so glad to see you. But that because I will definitely pay attention to that more often. So thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Jen. Amazing. Yeah. So Jen just pointed out something that, like, there's a language in your intuition, right? So she's learning, or she learned in that moment, that her yes is this big, expansive feeling, and her no is this drop in her belly, right? And everyone's will be different. So it's, again, the more that you practice this, the more you learn the language of your own intuition. And once you start using these answers, right? Like trusting, taking action, and using, then you can start interpreting beyond your own energy, right? This is where you can start reading others' energy, interpreting messages from spirit, from your guides, from angels. But it all starts with your own intuition, your own body, learning your sensations and learning your intuitive language. So with that, I will wrap because we're at time. I will just say I do have a 6-month program that I just launched. If you're interested, please visit my website, NicoleReneeHealing.com. And thank you to all the folks in success and service who put this together. Thank you.
Thank you. That was beautiful, and I learned a lot. And thank you, all three of you of the presenters today. And so I just private message those that who won the raffle for a free session. But Amy, I do need your email, and so if you could just type that out and just send it through the chat, I'll wait for you to do that. But I'll connect you with the coaches that are going to be paired with you for the raffle. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. It was such a lovely day. Oh, wait. Oh, thank you, Amy. And also, Jen, I need your email too, because you also won. Okay. Yeah, feel free to log off. I'm just going to wait until Jen chats me.
Okay.
Bye, everybody. Yes. Wonderful. Got it. Okay. Have a good day, Jen.
You too. Thank you so much.
Yes, you're so welcome. Bye.
Bye.